Dar es Salaam is the largest city of Tanzania and the largest city in Eastern Africa by population, as well as a regionally important economic center. It is Tanzania's most prominent city in arts, fashion, media, music, film and television. It is Tanzania's leading financial center, with the Dar es Salaam Stock Exchange being the country's first and most important stock exchange market. Dar es Salaam is the largest and most populous Swahili-speaking city in the world. It is the capital of the Dar es Salaam region administrative province and consists of 3 boroughs or administrative districts: Northern Kinondoni, Central Ilala, and Southern Temeke. The city is the leading arriving and leaving point for most tourists who visit tourism areas in Tanzania, like the national parks for safaris and the islands of Zanzibar. The region had a population of 4,364,541 as of the official 2012 census. Although Dar es Salaam lost its status as the nation's capital to Dodoma in 1974, it remains the focus of the permanent central government bureaucracy. Most decisions made by people in power within the city of Dar es Salaam affect the entire nation of Tanzania. History. In the 19th century, Sémhur was a coastal fishing village on the periphery of Indian Ocean trade routes. In 1865 or 1866, Sultan Majid bin Said of Zanzibar began building a new city very close to Sémhur and named it Dar es Salaam. The name is commonly translated as abode, home, or peace, based on the Arabic Dar and the Arabic Es-Salam. The town's growth was facilitated by its role as the administrative and commercial center of German East Africa and industrial expansion resulting from the construction of the Central Railway line in the early 1900s. Under British indirect rule, separate European and African areas developed at a distance from the city center. The city's population also included a large number of South Asians. After World War II, Dar es Salaam experienced a period of rapid growth. Political developments, including the formation and growth of the Tanganyika African National Union, led to Tanganyika attaining independence from colonial rule in December 1961. Dar es Salaam continued to serve as its capital, even when in 1964 Tanganyika and Zanzibar merged to form Tanzania. In 1973, however, provisions were made to relocate the capital to Dodoma, a more centrally located city in the interior. The relocation process has not yet been completed, and Dar es Salaam remains Tanzania's primary city. In 1967, the Tanzanian government declared the Dodoma policy that set Tanzania into a socialist path. The move slowed down the potential growth of the city as the government encouraged people not to move in cities but stay in Dodoma socialist villages. But by 1980s, the Dodoma policy proved to be a failure into combating increasing poverty, hunger, and delayed development that Tanzania faced. This led to the 1980s liberalization policy that virtually ended socialism and its spirit within the Tanzania's government. The move led to increasing migration of rural dwellers from rural areas into cities, with Dar es Salaam becoming the leading city in receiving migrants from rural areas. Until the late 1990s, Dar es Salaam was not put into the same category as Africa's leading cities like Nairobi, Johannesburg, Lagos, or Addis Ababa. But the 2000s decade became the turning point as the city experienced one of Africa's fastest urbanization rates. New local businesses were opened and prospered. Tanzanian banks headquartered in the city started to run more proper. The Dar es Salaam Stock Exchange expanded, and the Dar es Salaam harbor proved to be the most important in Tanzania and prominent for entrepot trade with landlocked countries like Democratic Republic of Congo, Rwanda, Burundi, and Zambia. Currently, Dar es Salaam's construction boom is obvious, with the CBD skyline hosting many tall buildings, among them, the 35-floor PSPF Tower, finished in 2015, and the Tanzania Ports Authority Tower, currently under construction. Geography. Dar es Salaam is located at 6 degrees 48 south, 39 degrees 17 east, on a natural harbor on the eastern coast of Africa, with sandy beaches in some areas. Administratively, the Dar es Salaam region is divided into 3 districts: Ilala, Kinondoni, and Temeke. Population: Dar es Salaam is the largest city in Tanzania, with a population increase of 5.6% per year from 2002 to 2012. The city is the 3rd fastest growing in Africa, after Bamako and Lagos. The metro population is expected to reach 5.12 million by 2020. Economy and infrastructure: Dar es Salaam is Tanzania's most important city for both business and government. The city contains high concentrations of trade and other services and manufacturing compared to other parts of Tanzania, which has about 80% of its population in rural areas. Downtown includes many small businesses, many of which are run by traders and proprietors whose families originated from the Middle East and Indian subcontinent, areas of the world with which the settlements of the Tanzanian coast have had long-standing trading relations. The Dar es Salaam CBD, made up of Kisutu, Kivukoni, Upanga and Kariakoo areas, is Tanzania's largest city CBD. All 3 areas making up the downtown are found in the Ilala district. Kivukoni has the city's important fish market, the Magogoni Fish Market. Kivukoni also is the place where the Tanzania's central bank, the Bank of Tanzania, is located. So is the Dar es Salaam Stock Exchange. Kisutu has many businesses and offices. Noticeably, it is the location of Dar es Salaam Central Railway Station, the PSPF Towers and the TPA Tower. Upanga is less dense of any activities for all areas in the CBD, but it has a booming construction of apartment buildings. Kariakoo is the prominent shopping area with prominent streets like Congo Street, which is famous for its clothing shops. There are many specific parts of Kariakoo known only for supplying a particular products, like the Uhuru Street is for computer and electronics, Simbazi for mobile phones. Dar es Salaam has a problem with slums. According to a United Nations estimate, 70% of the city's population lives in informal settlements. The poorer residents crowd into downtown areas or large slums, many without running water or basic services. The more wealthy live in beachside mansions in the city's northern districts, on a natural harbor on the Indian Ocean. It is the hub of the Tanzanian transportation system, as the main railways and several highways originate in or near the city. Dar es Salaam has had, in the past few years, a major construction boom. The PSPF Twin Towers, with more than 35 stories, is the tallest building in the city and the country. Dar es Salaam has major infrastructural problems, including an outdated transport system and occasional power rationing. Climate: due to close proximity to the equator and the warm Indian Ocean, the city experiences tropical climatic conditions, typified by hot and humid weather throughout much of the year. It has a tropical wet and dry climate. Annual rainfall is approximately 1,100 mm, and in a normal year there are 2 rainy seasons: the long rains in April and May and the short rains in November and December. Transportation: the Julius Nyerere International Airport is the principal airport serving the country. Tanzania Railways operates the Central Line from Dar es Salaam to Kigoma. The TAZARA Railway connects Dar es Salaam to Zambia. Most intracity transport is by the Dala Dala or Dar es Salaam commuter rail. The bus rapid transit system under construction will be operated by the Dar Rapid Transit Agency, a government entity, and is expected to open at the end of 2014. DART is being sponsored by the World Bank. Dala Dala minibuses are involved in many road accidents, accounting for a large percentage of the 4,000-plus yearly road deaths. Dala Dalas are cheap and often overcrowded. They are operated by a driver and a conductor. The conductor collects the fare and signals the driver to leave. They tend to be overcrowded, with passengers sometimes hanging outside the door. Port: the city has the country's busiest port, and the port of Dar es Salaam handles 90% of the country's cargo. Due to huge influx of cargo and the slow pace of expansion, a new cargo port 60 kilometers north of Dar es Salaam is proposed at Bagamoyo. Culture: Dar es Salaam has heavy traffic during the daytime, but after sunset the area is relatively quiet, as much of the city's nightlife is located in more residential districts away from the city's mainly commercial center. The sprawling suburbs furthest from the city center are generally populated by Tanzanians of African descent, with the exception of Oyster Bay, where there is a large population of foreign expatriates. The edges of Dar es Salaam are spreading rapidly, severely taxing the transportation network and raising the prospect of future urban overcrowding. Food: due in part to the growth of the expatriate community and the increasing importance of tourism, the number of international restaurants has risen very rapidly over recent years. The city now offers a rich and internationalized diversity of cuisine, ranging from traditional Tanzanian barbecue-style options such as nyama choma and mishkaki, and the long-established traditional Indian and Zanzibari cuisine, to options from all corners of the globe including Chinese, Thai, Turkish, Italian, and Japanese food. People who prefer neither fast food nor traditional restaurants buy their food from street vendors, who usually sell food at low prices. Samosas are common street food items within the city. Music: there is also a lively music scene in Dar es Salaam which is divided between several styles. The longest-standing segment is live dance music. Bands such as DDC Milimani Park Orchestra, Taarab, which was traditionally strong in Zanzibar, has also found a niche. However, it remains small compared both to dance music and bongo flava, a broad category that represents the Tanzanian take on hip-hop and R&B, which has quickly become the most popular locally produced music. Traditional music, which locally is used to refer to tribal music, is still performed but typically only on family-oriented occasions, such as weddings. This rap scene has been present and growing for the past 10 years as city life has drawn youth in surrounding areas into a more urban lifestyle in search of a new, better beginning. In the 1970s, the Ministry of National Youth Culture aimed to create a national culture, which stressed the importance of music. Dar es Salaam became the new music center in Tanzania, with the local radio exposing new bands and dominating the music and cultural scene. With this ujamaa, or family, mentality governing culture and music, a unified people's culture was created. Dar es Salaam became a center of city crime, gangs, and violence, which led to the rise of hip-hop music. Throughout the years, the radio in Dar es Salaam has played a major role in the dissemination of music, because many people don't have televisions and cassettes are used over CDs. Tourism: Dar es Salaam has 2 of the 5 museums comprising the National Museum of Tanzania Consortium, namely the National Museum proper and the Village Museum. The National Museum is dedicated to the history of Tanzania. Most notably, it exhibits some of the bones of Paranthropus boisea that were among the findings of Louis Leakey at Olduvai. The Village Museum, located in the outskirts of the city on the road to Bagamoyo, showcases traditional huts from 16 different Tanzanian ethnic groups. There are also examples of traditional cultivations, and traditional music and dance shows are held daily. Close to the National Museum are also the botanical gardens, with some specimens of tropical plants and trees. There are beaches on the Ms. Asani Peninsula north of Dar es Salaam and in Kigamboni to the south, where residents and tourists alike frequently visit. Trips to the nearby islands of the Dar es Salaam Marine Reserve are a popular day trip from the city and a favorite spot for snorkeling, swimming and sunbathing. In addition to that, Bongoyo Island can be reached by boat from the Ms. Asani Slipway. Art: Dar es Salaam is home to the popular Tingatinga painting style. The Numba ya Sanaa is a well-known cultural center, workshop and shop dedicated to Tanzanian art, showcasing and promoting Tanzanian craftsmanship. Prominent Tanzanian sculptor George Lilunga has donated some of his works to the center, including decorations of the building's main entrance. Sports. The National Stadium hosts Dar es Salaam's Young Africans Football Club, Simba Sports Club, other Tanzanian football clubs, and many other international matches. Dar es Salaam's Mama Africa School, founded in 2003, is known for training some of Africa's finest acrobats. Newspapers. Dar has a considerable number of newspapers available, particularly from sellers prowling through stationary traffic at road intersections. English-language ones, with online presences, include The Citizen and The Guardian and the leading Kiswahili daily, Mwananchi. Internet access. Installation of a trans-Indian Ocean backbone cable in 2009 has, in theory, made internet access much more readily available in Dar in particular and in East Africa in general. However, rollout to end users is slow, partly because of spotty telephone line coverage, partly due to the substantial prices and long contracts demanded for purchase of bandwidth for small ISPs. Mobile telephone access to the Internet via 3G and 3.75G is still relatively expensive. Internet cafes are fairly well distributed in the city center. The expressed aim of the Seacom cable is to enable East Africa to develop economically through increased online trading. Globalization. Globalization has affected many of the cultural expressions in Dar es Salaam, in particular hip-hop music and culture. The hip-hop scene in Dar es Salaam shows a blending of local cultural struggles and indigenized global influences. Hip-hop music and culture arrived in Tanzania, taking its cues from various African-American styling. Dar es Salaam, a city projected to have over 5 million inhabitants within the next decade, continues to be the one city in Tanzania to which villagers flock for better opportunities. Westerners and Asians are also settling in Dar es Salaam, and the surge of foreigners has put pressure on local officials to develop policies better accommodating the growing diverse population of the city and its suburbs. Education. Dar es Salaam is also the educational center of Tanzania. The city is home to many educational institutions. Universities. The University of Dar es Salaam is the oldest and second largest public university in Tanzania after University of Dodoma. It is located in the western part of the city, occupying 1,625 acres on the observation hill, 13 kilometers from the city center. The university has approximately 16,400 undergraduate and 2,700 postgraduate students. Adi University had 2,457 undergraduate and 156 postgraduate students in 2010-2011. The university offers two-year diploma programs in the fields of land surveying and land management and valuation. A three-year diploma program in urban and rural planning has been introduced. Muhimbili University of Health and Allied Sciences has two campuses, Muhimbili Campus and Myoganzala Campus. Muhimbili Campus is situated in Ilalaman Municipality, in Upanga along United Nations Road. Myoganzala Campus is still new and in the process of development, and it occupies 3,800 acres and is located 3 kilometers off Dar es Salaam Morogoro Highway, 25 kilometers from Dar es Salaam. The Open University of Tanzania is a fully fledged and accredited public institution of higher learning, mandated to conduct academic programs leading to certificates, diplomas, undergraduate and postgraduate qualifications. Since it was founded, the university has enrolled students from Malawi, Uganda, Kenya, Namibia, Hungary, Burundi, Libya, Ethiopia, Rwanda, Saudi Arabia, Lesotho, Botswana and most of Tanzania. As of 2008, the total enrollment at the university was 44,099, the majority of whom were Tanzanian. The Hubert Kairuki Memorial University is a private institution located on Plot No. 322 Regent Estate in the Makoshani area, some 7 km from the Dar es Salaam city centre, off Ali Hassan Winnie and Old Bagamoyo roads. The International Medical and Technological University is a privately owned institute of higher education institution operating in Dar es Salaam. The Kampala International University began operations in 2009, operating from Quality Plaza along Pugu Road. Currently, the university centre is situated on a 60 acres of land at Gongo Lama Boto area in Ilala district, 7 kilometers from Mwalimu Julius Nyerere International Airport along Pugu Road.